So how small can a shrimp tank be? Today we will find out. I have been keeping shrimps in quite large tanks for quite a long time. But today I headed to my fish room and picked up the smallest tank I can find and decided to keep shrimps in it. Now you might be thinking, what about the thing which we saw in the thumbnail? Well, yes, you can keep shrimps in that, but that thing holds less than 500 ml of water. So although your shrimps will stay alive, they will not be happy to live in something such small. Also, any more than 2 shrimps will be absolutely not recommended. That's why I picked up something a bit bigger. Now I kept the setup simple and filled the bottom of the tank with gravel, and I added a few rocks to create some hiding space for the shrimps. After that, I filled it up with water and added a small stem of hornwort. After running the tank for a little more than a week, I added a pair of red cherry shrimp, and this is how it looks after a month. The shrimps are doing awesome here in this 1 gallon tank. They are healthy and active and also eating normally. And in addition to that, the female shrimp which I added to this tank got buried. I will be posting an update when she gives birth, so stay subscribed. Now, as this tank was built for experimenting, I decided to take it one step further by not adding any filter. Yes, there are some ceramic rings under the air stone which may cause some biological filtration, but other than that, there is nothing filtering the water. So it is definitely possible to keep 5 to 6 shrimps in a 1 gallon tank, although I kept just 2 to be extra safe. However, I added 2 additional shrimps when I figured out that the first 2 shrimps which I added earlier are doing awesome. But there is something which is yet untold. That is, if shrimps can be kept in such a small tank, then why are the experts telling us to keep it in a tank which holds at least 3 to 5 gallons of water? Well, the first cause is, as shrimps like really stable water parameters, if there is more water, it means that even if any of the water parameters, such as the temperature, fluctuates in your area, it will not have a huge impact on the shrimps due to the shrimps being in a large volume of water. As changing the parameter of a large quantity of water is much harder than changing the parameter of a small quantity of water. And the second cause is overfeeding. If you overfeed your shrimps, then the shrimps won't be able to eat all the food, and as a result some food will rot and break down. Now if you have a small shrimp tank, then this can easily create a spike in ammonia in the tank water, which is toxic for shrimps, and in some cases the uneaten food also changes some water parameters like pH, GH and KH. But if you had a large shrimp tank, then this won't affect your shrimps as much due to the same reason which I discussed in the first point. But as long as you don't overfeed your shrimps, you are good to keep shrimps in a small tank. Because I didn't use any filter or heater and the temperature fluctuated quite a lot in my area, but the shrimps didn't seem to care that at all. Therefore, of course you can keep your shrimps in a small tank, but just don't overfeed them and your shrimps will be totally fine. So that's all for this video. Consider subscribing if the video was helpful, and I will catch you in the next one.